1. Preparation of food in plants.
Good morning, children. Welcome to 4th Standard Science online class. Let us start with the first chapter, preparation of food in plants. So all of you have seen different types of plants around your house when you go from one place to other. So let us start with that. The world around us is made of different types of plants and animals. They are all of different shapes and sizes. Observe the plants outside your classroom. Now see the plants present in your house. So whenever you see plants will be from smaller size to bigger size, very tall trees, very fat trees, isn't it? And they have got different leaves of different shapes and sizes. Do you find anything common among them? Leaves of most plants are green in color. So you would be wondering, whenever you see the plants and the leaves, especially the leaves look green in color. Why are the leaves green in color? Let us see now. Why do most plants have green leaves? Plants have green leaves because they contain a green colored pigment called chlorophyll. So what is present in the leaves? Leaves has got a chemical in it, and those chemicals are nothing but green pigment, which is called as chlorophyll. This chlorophyll gives green color to the leaves. It also helps plants to make their own food. So especially this chlorophyll, the green color pigment, is very much essential for the plants, especially to prepare its food by a process called photosynthesis. Let us study about leaves and how they make food for the plants in this chapter. Now let us see the different types of leaves here. Different plants have different types of leaves. They are of different shapes and sizes. So you can see here all with different shapes, isn't it? And size also will be different when you look them. Now, a plant generally has many leaves. Have you ever wondered why? Why do the plants have got many leaves? Because they are very much essential for the plants to prepare the food. That is why a plant will have many leaves. Now, structure of a leaf. Take a leaf and observe it carefully. So this you can do it practically wherever you are. You just can collect one leaf and observe it carefully. The flat and broad surface of a leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. Passing through the center of a leaf is thick main vein called the midrib. We can see smaller side veins branching out from the main vein. They form a dense network of veins which helps in the transport of water and minerals to all cells of the leaf and food from leaves to other parts of the plant. The leaf is attached to the stem with a stalk called the petiole. So I will just draw the diagram and show you. Roughly I will just do it, okay? And then I will be showing a video of the structure of the leaf. Now let me draw it now. See, this is a stalk, or what you call it as petiole, which connects this leaf to the stem part. This is the flattened surface of the leaf, which is called as the leaf blade, or what you call it as lamina. This part is called as the petiole or the stalk, which helps in the connection of the leaf to the main stem. Now this stalk is further connected to the leaf, which is passing through the mid of the leaf, and this is called as the midrib. And this midrib is further again branched to so many smaller branches, and these branches are called as the veins, which helps in transportation of water and mineral salts to different cells of the plants. Now, this is what we call it as the veins. And, okay, the remaining part I will show you after seeing this video.
Leaves have two main parts, the leaf blade or lamina and the stalk or petiole. The flat and broad surface of a leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. Passing through the center of a leaf is a thick main vein called the They form a dense network of veins which help in the transport of water and minerals to all cells of the leaf and food from leaves to other parts of the plant. The leaf is attached to the stem with a stalk called the petiole. On the lower surface of a leaf, tiny pores are present. They are called stomata, and a single pore is called stoma. During photosynthesis, stomata helps in the exchange of gases, mainly carbon dioxide and oxygen.
On the lower surface of a leaf, tiny pores are present. They are called stomata, and the singular form of stomata is stoma. During photosynthesis, stomata help in the exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen. Let me show the leaf practically now. Now children, can you see? Leaves have got different shapes. You can see here, this is smaller and the shape of this leaf is different from this leaf. Can see this leaf, okay? Then you can see this leaf. See the shape and the size of it. You see this one, this again different. You see this one, this again different, isn't it? But almost all the leaves have got the same parts. The parts are, I'll show you here. See, actually two parts. This is the flattened part, which is called as the leaf blade or lamina, the flattened part. And this is the petiole or the stalk, which connects to the stem of the plant. And this, you can see the midrib or the main vein which passes through the leaves. And this will be having small branches here. These branches you can see at the back, you can see very clearly. These branches are called as the veins. And again they form the network of smaller veins, still smaller veins, which helps in passing of or transporting of water and minerals to different parts of the plant or the cells. Okay children, now let us continue in the next class about how do leaves make food.